फोन बॉय काय तूफान भाई उधर कहते बैठो उधर लगा दी अब उधर उठा के इधर लाना पड़ता
बोल रहा है
साई
एक ओवर हो गया हाँ
तुम्हें छुटाना पड़ता भैया हल्का ही है
लेकिन रखा कौन
साई का गाया
उधर कनेक्ट करने के लिए है कुछ
है
मुकरम
भाई तुम वहाँ ही बैठो इधर बैठे तो अच्छा धूप भी नहीं है
टॉस कौन सी था
टास्क कुछ
अब इधर नहीं उधर नहीं उधर ही बैठता हूँ ना
क्या हुआ
अगला होता है
Good afternoon from the afternoon game from One Champion between Seven Sports and Sunundevils. Young blood versus the veterans. Seven Sports have won the toss and they've elected to bat first. Already 2 overs completed. This is the third over. Going at a good rate. 10 and over for Seven Sports. The typical start they would have liked. The Sunundevils, young blood against the veteran Seven Sports. Will be a challenge against Seven Sports for Sunundevil team. Profound names in cricket circuit from Seven Sports. This will be their chance to prove, to make a statement, to make an impression as well. Cuts away and fielded well. Will contain him to be there at the crease. It's very hot out here at One Champion afternoon game, and this is a good move by Seven Sports by winning toss, electing to bat first. Looking at the pitch as well, it's still hard. Very firm, good to bat, rocks back, and a typical shot for the spinner. Goes over long on for 6 runs. That shows the power he has, and also a statement about his firm foundation. Excellent shot by Vamshi Reddy, who's being the aggressor. Sweeps this time and will be chasing to the ball. Very close to identify to the naked eye, and the umpire signals as a 6. That's a solid shot in the arc for Vamshi Reddy, the captain, making the mark early on. 3 overs done, 33. Back-to-back sixes for Vamshi Reddy. 1 over long on, which he rocked back immediately, identifying the length was short, and then there was pure classic shot, a slog sweep, knowing where the fielder was. He's hit that over cow corner. .33. It'll get more hotter here if Vamshi Reddy continues to bat in the similar manner. Prem, the new bowler, they'll be looking to have answers for the questions imposed by the batters of Seven Sports. Vikas Reddy, he'll be in action now. Well, he's done the right job giving the strike away to Vamshi Reddy, who's been in form, the captain, and who's taken the charge. Nice, high elbows, but he'll still get 1. These two are looking like dreadful for the Sunundevils. They'll soon need to take a wicket out of them. If this partnership continues to grow, this is an alarming trouble for the Sunundevils. He's played it on the raise. Vikas, that shows his caliber, how much his potential is. Nicely played with the straight bat, pushes it in the gap, singles. Semi-final early in the morning, we've seen Team Yodha getting hammered by Wins Cricket Club. 118 on the board, which was not enough. Go straight. This is coming straight at the comp box, and yes, that's right here at the comp box. That's pure swing of the bat. Knowing how good his swing is, bowling there is like presenting a red cloth to a toro. You're inviting for trouble. And Vikas Reddy says, I'll accept it with both my hands. Smart cricket by Vikas Reddy after hitting a six. Gave the strike back to Vamshi Reddy. Not far away, the temperament of Vikas has been very clear. His mindset, knowing what his plan is, the execution, because Vamshi has taken the onslaught. He's scored 31 of 16, and the areas he scored as well. Nothing too across, playing right in the line, keeping his basics very tight, proper use of his foundation. Usually when the innings is accelerating, you need the equal amount of support to upheaval the score, and that's only given when your non-striker is walking with you in the same tempo. And that's a nick. That's a nick. He gets the first blood after being taken on for a six. Prem has the last laugh with Vikas Reddy. That was deliberate. Outside of off stump, he could have left it. It was looking good, but decided to meddle with it, and there is a regulation catch for the wicket keeper. Desperately needed that breakthrough. Desperately needed that breakthrough, and there it is. Frame provides it. Looks like there's going to be a little more respite for Prem and co. If and only if they maintain the right line and length.
Score, Babu, score. Score 43. Batsman, Steph Curry. Virat Reddy. Virat Reddy.
एक सेकंड. New batter in. Steph Curry, that's the bowler. Best figures, 6 wickets for 22. Quite capable. Has potential. Flighted up, inside out. What a beautiful shot that is. Over covers. Quite delightful and equally brave effort in the field. He did not give up. There's a yes and a no mix up. An excellent timer of the ball, Vamshi Reddy. On the field, Steph Curry. Not the Steph Curry from the NBA. Dabs it. And a third man gets his foot in time to stop the ball. Very hard. Will be a mountain to climb for the bowling team, not only because they've got such an experienced team in front of them. Again, much more finer, deliberately played that, and he knows his regions, where to score, where to bring the runs from. Feels like with Vamshi Reddy, somebody's turned on the tap on, and gets those valuable 4 runs again. keeping the umpire busy here. Given a chance to stretch his arms, will have to bowl again. Interesting field. Still the power play is on, where they can only have two fielders outside the circle. Which one goes to the wide long off, and the other fielder they've taken as a deep mid wicket. Another ball before the over concludes. With that, we were shedding some light upon the choice, the call on the toss from Seven Sports that they've decided to bat in this afternoon. Oh, nicely played. He knows where the fielders are exactly playing around with the field. That's sublime from the right-handed batter.
Score 55.
And they are racing with 55 runs, 11 and over. Prem to continue. With that wicket, his confidence will be high and will be looking to draw another. It was a great ball on which the wicket fell. Way too off. Forced him to play. Excellently bowled by Prem into the block hole. This is one variant that you have in your bowling artillery that you can always use. At times we see that bowlers are shy to use Yorker with the new ball, but not this time frame. Ah, lovely. You beauty. How about that? That's magnificent from Steph Curry. Does not loses his shape. Holds it for the photographer to click his sublime shot of the flow. Just let it allow themselves occupy in their head. Respected between the stumps. A good comeback from Prem. Will be mentally challenging for Sunundevils, because in this hot weather, if you're bowling first, especially when the sun's at peak, is a challenging task, and for sure they've been keeping up to it. Nicely bowled, the same line, it was a bit more forward, probably two more meters. That's where he got the first wicket of Vikas Reddy. And that is what he's trying to do, Prem. Really brave bowling, because he's not stopped, nothing stopped, even the flow of boundaries. There's a gesture of sportsman spirit that holds the game high, that holds the spirit about everything. Have to laud the effort from Prem, because he's not been shy, trying every length on the surface. Goes there, the Surya Kumar special here from Steph Curry. Should have been a 6, and yes it is, the umpire says. Was full, requires talent, requires skill. You have to be adept to play that shot. A fast bowler, and mind you, he's quick. That shows how well he is seeing the ball, how well he's reading right from the release from the bowler, and able to play over fine leg. It just shows that your temperament, you're not backing down to play the style of cricket you've always played. 11 of the over with a ball remaining. This will be a tough task. This will be a challenging one. Nice change of pace. Excellent change of pace from Prem. And also bowled it wide away from the arc of Steph Curry. The power play ends and the scores on 67 after 6 overs. They've lost a wicket.
67.
So far, the power play has been great for the 7 sports. We'll see a change at the bowling helm. Sai Chandra will open his bowling account today. For his fellow bowlers, for his fellow teammate, Vamshi Reddy and Vikas Reddy were having some dynamic answers up their sleeve while the spinners were bowling. Let's see if Sai Chandra will be able to hold them. That's way too wide. That's way too wide. Might have been lucky on an instance with his pace that the keeper did not miss the ball, or he would have been given an extra 4 more runs with that wide. Much there. That's cries of catches. Fielder settling and should be the one. And yes, he's able to hold. Sai Chandra is pumped and delighted. Anvit Reddy making no mistakes in the deep. Was an easy catch, but I'll remind you how the sun is. It's 3, almost 10 to 3 in the afternoon, and it's right above your head. And for you to see the ball, look at it, and then make your judgment is crucial, absolutely critical. And that easy looking catch is very difficult at the very moment. Good collect from Anvit Reddy, and have to laud Sai Chandra. Brave effort. Gave the right flight, gave the right turn, could not get hold of it. His bat twisted. And you know the rest. You saw it on your screen. This is a chance for Sunundevils to creep back into the game. Somehow the power play, the first quarter of the game belonged to the batting side. Now is a chance that you've got your field open. The fielders are disseminated. They've spread across. This is your chance to try, make them hit. The more aerial they go, the more chances are for you to have more wickets. And again, this is a whole new platform, different ground that the teams are playing with. And have to laud the effort from One Champion management as well for the type of wicket. The competitive cricket happens here, especially when people coming from different sides, different regions, even different states have seen people come here and play. And one thing has been consistent is quality. It's not easy when different grounds have come across the city. A lot of tournaments happening. A lot of teams that they include, they register. That's sharp between the stumps. but we'll have to laud the efforts of Mahinder Reddy and his team. The ground on which they are playing, Seven Sports and Sunundevils.
Last three. First ball wide. अभी 3 बॉल है.
Was built, was formed in 2 months, was way wide, forced them, and little fumble, but not cost them too much. To continue the cricket, when you're changing, when you're shifting your ground, still if the cricket continued, that says you're dedicated to make the tournament happen. Dedicated servant to cricket, Mahinder Reddy. Always busy. Scenic views here at One Champion. Never empty. Under 14s happen here. Even they've introduced Women's League. Especially they should. That's a cut to the keeper's pouch. The over ends and we'll continue what's happening here at One Champion.
Score 71.
End of the over, 71 for after 7 overs, 2 wickets down. Raghav will start contributing to the innings. And there'll be a streaky boundary. Streaky boundary, no use chasing that because the outfield is absolutely electric here. It's an afternoon game, and after 2 matches as well, we are seeing the pitch to hold up. Still bounce, still turn. Good thing for the batting team is that they'll be having more assistance from the surface with the turn, because we've seen some cracks in the morning. They'll open up. Nicely flighted. Should stop. Quick running between the wickets. Let's turn the page back and have a discussion about Women's League that One Champions started. Leg spinner cuts away. It's essential that when talking about cricket, the gender has equal opportunities, with men and women playing equally, especially when women's cricket now is on the verge, is rising. He's found the gap. He's found the gap. Again, save your legs for a shot like that. Brilliant gap pickings here from Vamshi Reddy. The wickets have fallen from the other side, but nothing stopped this man. He's scoring with the same tempo. It's just that he's been a little away from the strike. Weapon here, keeping Vamshi Reddy away from strike. That causes a fissure. Cries of catches, hops there, but will enjoy the shot as well equally. Inside out. This is the second time he's played. The league named after Sarojini Naidu. That's the Women's Cricket League that happens here at One Champion on weekdays. Walks back. And a very smart cricket here from Vamshi Reddy after a boundary that ends the over. And that odd boundary, somewhere how he's able to collect that, that's keeping the run rate consistently hitting at 10 and over.
85 score.
85 after 8.
Continue, brother, continue.
Just similar to previous 2 wickets, there'll have to be a partnership breaking bowler. Because if the partnership's forged, it'll be difficult for these batters to stop. And a runaway, the captain from his half century. Sai Chandra, wicket in his first over. Very economical. Goes big. Is it big enough? A runaway. Fielder settling and dropped. Can you believe that? And that's his half century there. Not in the manner that he'd want to get, but yes, nonetheless, he's reached the mark of 50. One rash shot that we've seen from Vamshi Reddy. That was almost a chance. You need to pick these chances. Was a sitter. A chance dropped. How heavy can Vamshi Reddy's wicket be? How heavy of a price will the Sunundevils will have to pay for this? The efforts from the bowler gone to dust. That's cracking. Again coming above the com box, and it's gone to a different ground there. Right behind us. 6 handsome runs. They're already about to reach the mark of 100 before 10 overs. They're right there, changing gears. Once they cross the mark of 130, they'll be unstoppable. There'll be some aggressive, really aggressive, damaging cricket played here. Looks like with the hammering and clobbering of the batters, the umpires will have to change the ball. Astounding batting from the batters of Seven Sports. Really impressive, especially from Vamshi Reddy. Except that one shot where he was about to get caught. Everything was good. We'll be We have a change of ball here. Will this be any change of luck? It doesn't look like that. Was almost a chance. He made a good ground. Excellent running from the fielder. Was almost at cow corner. Will get a boundary there. That's a rare miss from the keeper. Aditya, who's been so good so far. That'll be called as a bye. Started to get better. A bit of wind will take away the sweat and fatigue from the fielders. It's crucial that in this dry weather they have some advantage here. Not advantage exactly, but some shade from the weather. 99. Now they're cruising. They were touching 10.5 and over. No, almost. The projected score looks 220 at this rate.
99.
11 and over. Sai Chandra was disappointed from his fellow teammates by putting down a chance, and it was by the dangerous Vamshi Reddy. That's a full toss. He could have played there any part of the ground, but decides to take a single. It was already premeditated from Prem to go across with the reverse sweep. And this is what premeditation does to you. At times, does not give you full benefit, does not give you full results. It's always an advantage to play a ball at a time. Drives it and a misfield there through the legs of the fielder. And 4 runs for Prem. Could not capitalize on the full toss, but a full delivery. Upish was a half volley. Was there to be driven, and he did drive it well. Straight there onto his hand. There's a chance. A good piece of bowling and fielding, both at the same time from the bowler. Nicely flighted there. Full toss was juicy. It's been taken with both arms, and he's very delighted to eat that one up. Was a loosener. I beg your pardon. This time over the head. Have they got a fielder in place? Yes, they do. A long on that comes into play. And that ends the over. 110 after 10 overs. We'll take a drinks break here.
Score 110, 110.
Back after drinks break, and Anvit Reddy started his over. 61 of 35, and still they haven't got any answers or any sort of outcome for Vamshi Reddy's batting. All the praises will look like they are just minimal. The way he's batted. Dot balls are very rare. If you rewind the innings, and you can see that there have been very less dot balls in this innings so far, halfway across. That's been the key, the rotation of the strike and timely boundaries. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. He can only get 6 runs for that, not 12 runs. But they'll have to be happy with half a dozen. That was just monstrous. Really good play by Prem and Vamshi Reddy. Prem playing off 12 balls has scored 25 runs. Strike rate above 200. Just about 200 for Prem. Who's been in right support for his captain. Gets one after a 6. Cries of catches, and this time will be taken. Anvit Reddy will get hold of Vamshi. Has played a knock, 62 runs, valuable for his team, 36 balls. And a valuable knock comes to an end. He's done his part, he's given the start as an opener. And will be going. Dugout very proud, would have wanted to finish what he started, was looking in a good nick. And in timely fashion, a little away, but Sunundevils were able to get his wicket. Mind you, Vamshi Reddy was dropped on 49, and whatever he scored is a bonus. New man walks out, Nitish Kanala. Will this be an opportunity door opening in front of Sunundevils to get back into the game? They're looking for wickets here. A new man is always an opportunity for a bowler to put some pressure on. Just an opinion again to the viewers who are watching. I'll bring on a point for you to answer me if you'd like to. 11 done, 119. The question what I had for our viewers is that we've seen field spread wide across all the 11, majority of them on the boundary. That's 5 fielders you've got on your boundary. But in the areas where bowlers bowling, the fielders are way outside on the circle, in the 30-yard circle. Have the bowling captain done better here by calling his one of the fielders who's inside 30-yard circle up, constricting them with a single, putting some more pressure on, because easy singles, the boundaries have been coming in very easily without any doubt. So singles could have been stopped there is what I reckon. But again, you guys are cricketing mind. Your inputs in the comment section will definitely help. That's a deft touch. That's a deft touch with great piece of timing. And a solid work deep in the field. And also I say this because the batters haven't played a square of the wicket. They haven't placed 2 cross. When you look at the fielder there, look at this. This time he's went square of the wicket. And this is what has happened. Survives for another day. Not too much square of the wicket. The scoring area for them was deep mid-wicket, especially the inside out. Knowing the bowlers bowling in that direction, they had no protection there in the deep. But I do understand that you cannot put the fielders where the batter is hitting. That's a win for the batter. Rocks back. This is an opportunity after a dot and a single. Somewhere they can find to drive the boundaries. Just give that ones and twos. It should not hurt. But just boundaries have been coming without any concerns. And look at that. Square of the wicket. What I was trying to tell is this. They haven't played a sweep till now. I do understand. And a fine leg as well. The keeping there for the protection. Would the bowler be a little brave? Or the captain have a heart of steel? Calls him inside saying that let's stop this 1 run. If it's going around the stumps, then again there's an opportunity for you to get him out LB. He's put that in the gap. Has he got the timing? Yes, he has. The fielder was there in time, but no slide. No, his effort was good. He got there in time, but it's just that could not get there. Could not collect the ball. Eight already in this over. The start they've got is really impressive. It's high, definitely high. There's no interest from the wicketkeeper as well. Onto his thigh pad, and the dot ends the over. So far, this is the bowling card.
27.
Prem and Sai Chandra alongside Anvit Reddy, who've picked up wickets. Sai Chandra being really frugal.
Bola nahi.
Anvit Reddy, that's been clobbered in the gap. Excellent fielding one more time in the deep. The fielder had to come from the square leg, almost to the mid-wicket region. It's going to get tough out there when the fielding team gets on to bat because they're already fatigued, dehydrated. Tries reverse sweep. That single should have been stopped. And I think in some way or the other way, Vamshi Reddy's batting has caused some damage to the confidence of the bowlers of Sunundevils team, because they still have not regrouped or recouped after his wicket as well. Still a boundary we can see in an over. Nimble feet, sends it down, gets one. Now this is the time for the Sunundevils team to hem and haw, to deeply think how will they able to pull this team off. Not like this, certainly not like this. You're not going to pull it off. It's just a massive six. Was invited forward, did go using his feet and a full flow of the bat. Strikes it well. One more time. Take another one. This is big. This is even better. 2 sixes in a row. He is hitting you straight over your head. There's no other side demoralizing for any bowler being hit over your head. How good his timing, how good he will be seeing the ball if he's going down the track with that pace, when he's giving flight on the ball. Two sixes and a successful over for the batting team, 144. Seven more overs. This has been batting masterclass by 7 Sports batters. First it was Vamshi Reddy. We've seen a glimpse of Vikas Reddy. Then Steph Curry came in, exhibited a couple of shots. And now Prem across the stumps. Straight there will be some work for the fielders in the deep. Prem batting on 49 of 23. Nitish Kanala with that boundary gets to a mark of 150. Might sound wrong for the team. Sweeper in the middle will be coming back for the second. Was a little fumble. Easy running. Easy as you like. 152 after 14 overs. 6 more to go. We may be seeing some dynamite batting after this over because that'll be the last passage of the game. 5 overs only. They may go all in cashing out because still they've got 7 wickets to come. Seven more wickets to come. How much will that cost? Prem batting on 49. For me, it has been intriguing because the amount of boundaries scored from the other side it isn't the same, because once the sides have changed, we've seen only a batting masterclass. You had to make shots. They haven't played anything across the stumps, no inside out shots so far we've seen. The boundaries have come across the deep mid-wicket region, which recently we saw, and then the straight sixes. Onto the pads, and that'll help him attain his 50-run mark there. Prem accelerating. A pure flawless batting masterclass. Another one. One more time, Prem reaches his 50 mark. Bit of Abhishek Sharma's celebration. Sure, he's been talk of the town in the cricketing world. a young talent potential, and with Prem setting his standards to that, would like to play in a similar fashion. Very promising from Prem so far. He said Abhishek Sharma as his role model. He was searching his pants for the letter. Probably might be for Sun Sports or his captain. This one's for Vamshi Reddy or Seven Sports family. However, he's got 5 more overs, and that will decide the fate of the innings. They would want Prem to stick around for 5 more overs because he's a set batter. Should be coming back for the second one. And it's just not his power hitting, but his communication is so good with his fellow batter that makes ease for the other batter as well, running between the wickets. Talking about Abhishek Sharma, it was like one of the wonders of the world. Not every day you see an innings, 140 odd runs. It was Chris Gayle who scored 175 against Pune Warriors India, when the RCB was known to be a destructive side. Always a destructive side. It's just that the luck factor, they run out of luck in the very end. People may have a different subject to talk upon that. For RCB might be a different argument, but again I'll leave it for discussion on that. But talking about Abhishek Sharma, he's a rare talent. And even Yuvraj Singh's tweet as well, that's stated a very mature innings that he kicked off for 1 run when he was in 99. Prem setting his role model, Abhishek Sharma, from yesterday's innings as well, which may give him a clear picture of what he wants to do. When you see your heroes do that and you want to represent them, you want to replicate them, in fact, the boundary ends the over. 164. Going almost 11 and over. Across the stumps, way wide across. Reverse sweep. Prem, who's batting on 60, will definitely be looking to put 200 on board. And that'll get him restless. 2 dots in a row. Dot balls have been seldom in the innings. Every time there's been a dot, there's been a boundary as well. Just like this. Just like this. Sweetly timed. That's gone for a 6. The umpire says it's a 4. Surely he can make that one better out. Looked like a 6 to me. They've never let the pressure settle on them. After dot, there's always a boundary. $169. Gets down for a single, gives strike to Nitish Kanala. Batting on 12 of 11. He's playing a good fiddle. Giving the strike back to Prem. A final ball before 16th over ends. That's a full toss. That's a full toss. You cannot ball him like that. If they are able to extract, squeeze out shots from inside out over cow corner, and what makes you think that a full toss will be spared? That is horrible. 174, 16 done. $74 certainly if they reach the mark of 1. Abhinan expensive with his 4 rovers ended for the day. Will have some rest. Certainly the rest needed. 41 without any wicket. 2 over 16. Chandra being effective. One was a wicket, another was a chance, and left and right he was twirling like a top. And a 4. What just happened? Everything's going out for a boundary, even an undercut. It was the inside edge. That's skied high, fielder settling, maybe this time, and he has no mistakes there. Would have been a 3rd wicket, but Sai Chandra gets a 2nd one. Sandeep helps Chandra get 1 more wicket on his name. After Prem's innings, the 7 Sports invoke the power hitting of Rahul Buddhi, who's a terrific power hitter. Can give that boost to the innings. Was part of a Mumbai Indians setup in the IPL. Can be very handy with the ball in hand. The pattern of the batting I've noticed is that the said batter has taken the calculative risk, and the other batter who's new on the crease has just given the strike back to the one who spent most amount of time on the crease. That's good cricket, and this time goes over covers. We'll come back for the second. We'll be definitely targeting for 220 at least from here. 247 sixes in this tournament already with finals remaining. Shimmies down. There's a protection there, right on the boundary. You'll have to commend the efforts of Sai Chandra. A drop chance from Vamshi Reddy on 49, but then later on got his fellow partner. Bowling it very tight between the stumps. You already can make out that the fielding team is a bit drained out, while you can see that it will get a bit difficult for them to bat on. 183 after 17 done. Starts with the full toss. Ardit Reddy. He's got hold of that. He's got hold of that. Gets 4 runs. Almost sweating. Got a feel for the fielding team. Just rubbing salt into their wounds. It's hot and they're standing in an open area where you feel it's more hot, sun beating onto you. Tries for a reverse.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
This is the time where the batters will go after the bowlers and trying these type of whimsical strokes. Can be a chance. I'll close my eyes. I will close my eyes and I'll tell you what the result is. What that cracker. I'm sure that is a 6, but what you guys do not know is that where it is landed, it is almost gone to the other ground where the deep square leg fielder is. And no power in the stroke, knowing that the fielder is present there. And left and right at the very end moment. Will be going straight to the fielder. Rahul Buddhi perishes after a little while on the crease, making 3 runs, goes back. Raghava taking a good catch on the boundary.
195, 195, 195.
Cyber, new batter, 18 done, 195 on board. Still 217 possible. Apologize for the interruption. We had a power outage. We are back again with an over remaining. With 2 boundaries after Rahul Buddhi's wicket. They're at 207 for 6 wickets. 6 balls remaining. How much will they be able to pillage?
Anvit.
First one will be dot, 5 more overs. Looks like the keeper struggling. Boom! That's a biggie. That's absolutely monstrous. These batters have got a knack of hitting big sixes. Somebody should go and tell them, irrespective of how big that is, they're still going to get 6 runs, not 12. That's certainly a deserved 12 runs. That's a miss. That is a miss and a no ball too. Four runs and the umpire calls it as a no ball. That's a free hit as a spinner. That too in the last over. This is just aggravating. This is just becoming a situation square of the circle for the bowling team. Free hit. Don't worry about that. Even if it is not, that's gone. Another ground. They need 2 grounds here for this type of batting. Two sixes, a no ball, two dots. Two more dots, 220. That's about that. This is uh, this is what they practice for. Two balls and 12 runs, thinking that they're chasing. Was a misfield there. For a minute, I thought that the fielder would be attacking to come out for the catch. Sai Varun playing a good hand, a good cameo. The last ball, again a fumble. And that ends the over. And an innings done, 228 scored by 7 sports.
229 target.
229 for third eye Sunundevils to win in 120 balls. As a big demand from Sunundevils. Let's see in the second half what they're capable of and what the result's going to be. But right now, in a very commanding position for 7 Sports.
Kritin, Anvit Reddy, Sai Varun. Kritin, Anvit Reddy, Sai Varun.
Welcome back to innings number 2. Sai Varun, who will open the innings. With the ball in hand, Kritin and Anvit Reddy are the two batters with a job to do is to give a good start. And that's the first one. Kritin Reddy and Sunundevils lose their very first wicket to Sai Varun. Not the type of start that they wanted. Was right into the ball, could not time it. Raghava, new man. A swing, a slip, first slip, and a third slip as well. A fourth, I mean. Ends the over. A very good over in the batting and a very good over in the bowling as well for Seven Sports. Rahul Buddhi will take the charge for second over. Straight on the bat, driven down for one. Left and right hand combination. They'll want to keep a wicket of left and right. And on the other hand, for the bowling team, they'd want to get the left-hander out as quickly as possible. This is excellent batting from the southpaw Raghava. Was right there in his slot, right under the bat. Just had to time it, and he's timed it impeccably. They need a good start. Definitely Sunundevils, if they want to win, definitely need a good start. Because this is going to set the foundation. This is going to set the tone. This will help them push for the extra runs, and especially when you've got two fielders out, that's the advantage. Just clear the infield, go above the fielder, and you shall reach a boundary. Oh, good turn. Came back sharply. Rahul Buddhi's having a good comeback after he's been hit for 4. That's the end of the over. 5 runs of the second over.
Score 7-7.
Two overs, 7 runs, 1 wicket down. And Sai Varun, who's got 458 wickets in 376 matches. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful there for 6. On the up. He's played that shot on the up. And he's got the desired result. Certainly this is going to give confidence and the right type of start. He's looking in good nick. Anvit Reddy. Nice. Nice. Very, very nice. This is outstanding stuff. A short arm jab, waited for that one. Picked up, in fact. Need an opener to remain on the crease, just like Vamshi Reddy did. Gave the start. He got a good support. And if he's taken the responsibility, then it is Raghava's. It is upon Raghava to give him the support. This time, cries of catches. Played it soft. The fielder was well in time to cut it off. Through the legs of the non-striker. A swing and a miss. End of the third over. (21 after 3). Currently going at 7.
21.
The beauty of this game will be that every over they'll have to meet the run rate. If not, it'll start climbing up. They'll have to keep that calculation in head and play it very swiftly, but making decisions on their toes. Comes down the track, that's driven straight, drilled. Rahul Buddhi is bowling on very tight lines and lengths. Tries to pierce the gap, finds the fielder. And still get one. The bowlers will not have much to do here, just bowl it accurately. What Rahul is currently doing is exactly what will be needed of the bowlers. It's just the boundaries they'll want to restrict from the batting team, and the pressure will be automatically on them. Straight down, would have taken his head down. A good move from Rahul Buddhi to get himself down, and he's typically a bowler that will not take this type of shots and will have to wait for the comeback from him. Way too full is what he was saying to his fellow colleague standing inside the circle. Cries of catches, and a bounce. 7 runs so far. This is the 4th over and they are 10 runs behind. 12 runs. Looking at the run rate. Half tracker. That's a half tracker. Was there to be punished. And he's got hold of that one. That is certainly commanding. And the young blood playing with the experience of Rahul Buddhi to end the over. 32 off 4 overs. A wicket down. .33. The team still has a chance. There's another over after this one before the power play ends. Anvit Reddy scored 20 of 10 and Raghava 12 of 12. They'll have to adapt the same pattern what 7 Sports did. One taking the attack and the other remaining. That's high, very high. Is it long enough? And the fielder settles and takes a catch. Anvit Reddy trying to break the shackles, ends up with his wicket. Aditya Javaji. Highly spoken of his reputation and a wanted player. And that is it from Aditya Javaji. Comes to the crease and showing what his reputation is. This is needed. This looks like a cool-headed, composed mind he has walked into crease with. Good running, good running. He's trying to take the first run quickly so that he can convert that 1 into 2, putting the pressure on the fielder. Drills down. Will get one. Nine runs so far. $188 required in 91. Will be a far cry for the batting team if they're not able to score boundaries when required. This is the time for them to put the foot on the accelerator. Another over done. 5 overs and 41 after 2.
Forty-one, 41, 41.
Steph Curry, the new bowler. Fires it right onto the pads. Half tracker straight back onto him. Used the flat trajectory, but kept it flat and quick. Keeping it nice and tight. There's no room, no margin for error from the bowler. Was an appeal. Way too wide. Trying to deceive the umpire. The calls for 2. But they'll be taking 1. The fielders have been quick here. Every time they thought of 2, ended up taking 1. Maybe a direct hit would have been gone. That's a full toss. That's a full toss. And he's crashed that one into the leg side.
So 49, 49, 49.
6 overs done, 49. with Anand Reddy. After a wicket bowling to the new batter, Ayan. Should have been stopped. Three wickets down, 50 runs.
Score 53.
Straight gone. Four runs to collect off Rahul's third over. Well, Aditya and his batting prowess, will he be able to turn the game around? Gets the inside edge, more likely the under edge. Right into the block hole. To the sweeper. We'll go for a run. Here, after a little break, we've seen Aditya get a life. Batting on 46 of 21. With his best he can do. Required is 124 in 46 balls. Great effort from the fielder.
Required. 69 required. 69. 9. 69 required.
967 for so far in the tournament. 122 required in 44. Trying hard. Trying too hard now. The score's like quicksand. The harder they're trying, it's slipping away. They're not able to connect any shot.
प्रेम बॉलर प्रेम पंजाबी नहीं से गाना
That's a dot. Now the game's turning out to be more like a dead rubber for the Sunundevils. It'll be too late if they are not playing the desired shots they want. Anything on this surface about 170, 180 is definitely a big task, especially when you're not able to score boundaries along the carpet. You're asked to head aerially. 12 more balls remaining before the innings come to a conclusion. And there's some effort at the deep. Aditya Javaji, on the other hand, played a masterful knock, showing all his adept, but a knock that he can be proud of. He'll be sad that he wasn't able to get his team across the line, but he needed support. He wouldn't have done alone himself. Goes across. There's no fielder there. Will get 4 runs. Make it a tally of 84 for Aditya Javaji. 16 runs shy of his century. Let's put that in the gap. He'll get 4 more runs. 88. Ends the over. 12 required for his century.
Required 59, required 59.
Step carry bowler. Step carry.
Of course, the field close. Is just 3 strokes away, or probably 2 strokes away. Aditya Javaji stranded on the non-strikers end. 12 remaining for his century. He is back on strike. 4 balls remaining. Tries of catches. 1 bounce and a 4. He goes on 92. In his nervous 90s.
Entonces, ¿cuál
La-
es el 92, 92.
And again, he's put that in the gap. 96. Aditya, a lone warrior, is standing up for the team, 4 runs away. 2 balls remaining, 46 required. If and only if Aditya had some more support from his fellow mates. A ball remaining. A ball remaining deciding. It'll be shattering for Aditya playing an innings like this. I'm sure his teammates, his coaches, his friends and family would want to see him attain that mark. He's played magnificently. But that's unfortunate. What an innings Aditya has played. Irrespective, he hasn't reached the benchmark, but he's left a vestige on everyone for our viewers. And that's it. The Sun Devils lose the game. 7 Sports winning by 44 runs.